What up, everybody? What you're looking at here is just some of the fruits of my labor. You see, there's a way of showcasing proof that you work without actually having to show a paycheck or or anything like that, without actually having to show any kind of personal information. Yeah, I got this at a local furniture store, and when say the price, people are probably gonna think it's pretty high. Well, this is a really heavy duty, solid wood, real wood, that is, not that fake press wood shit. TV stand that also is doubling as a dresser. It's 9 drawers, so yes, it's doubling as my dresser, along with it being a TV stand. So yeah, I know this camera is being stupid instead of focusing, but yeah, probably never guess how much it is. Just saying. Now, granted, yes, I am making payments, about $200 payments each month, which I'm only able to afford to do because I am working. I do actually have a job, I wouldn't be able to show a check stub or anything for that anyway because I get paid in cash. So yeah. Um, Nonetheless, though, at the end of the day, right there is just part of the fruits of my labor. And again, you might be wondering, how much is it going to be by the time it's paid off? And now I don't have to pay an interest fee because I go to a furniture store where the guy actually works with people and doesn't try to screw them over or anything. So yeah, and heck, he'll even let you add stuff onto your bill before you even have the original thing paid off. So yeah, he's a really good guy, really works with you. So yeah, but anyway, the price of this thing is somewhere between $900 and $1,000. So yeah. Now, more proof of the fruits of my labor. See that big man's recliner? Yeah, it's one of those electric ones that lays way back. Let's see if I can... Oh, it ain't wanting to film properly because of the lighting and everything, but... Yeah. I can get it to lay out like that. I've even slept in this thing a few times. It's comfortable as all hell. And, oh, well, you don't like that. Look at the headpiece. That adjusts too. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, the headpiece adjusts too, separately from the rest of the recliner. And I'm going to press a button to have it all fold back up. But yeah. But yeah. Big man's recliner. And this is like about a good $1,300 piece of furniture. So yes, in total, my total bill, the whole amount I got to pay off is, what is that, about, anywhere from like 22, anywhere between 2,200 and 2,300. So yeah. Now, granted, I made sure I had that almost paid off, the chair almost paid off before I got this, but still, I had that chair paid off to where I only owe like $500 on it until I went ahead and had this added onto my bill, because I wanted to get this while they still had it available, because I really needed a dresser and another TV stand, obviously. So yeah, because trying to use Lila's cage is not really ideal for a TV stand, because she can cause a TV or something like that to get knocked over by moving around in her cage. So yeah. But yeah, again, there's a way to prove that you work without actually having to show like a paycheck or a check stub or whatever it's called, without having to expose any kind of personal information. So yeah, you just show the fruits of your labor. So yeah. And yeah, this is also why it's taken me a while to get the money saved up I need to get a Nintendo Switch 2, which I do plan on getting eventually. I actually have, I think, a little over 600 saved up for that. But yeah. And again, I can only afford to do all this kind of stuff because, again, I have a job. I can only afford to do all this stuff outside of the bills I pay because, again, I have a job where I make some money on the side. So, yeah. So, just saying. So, for anyone who tries to claim that I don't have my life together, or my shit together, as they would say, like, no, I got my life together. I got my shit together. And I'm going to tell you something right now to all these people that think that I can't take care of myself or nothing. Fun fact, again, I've lived on my own before. I took care of myself before, doing laundry, cooking for myself. And I don't mean like cooking things that have to be popped in the microwave. No, I'm talking about like stuff that actually relies on skills to cook, like barbecue ribs and steak and things like that. Actual meals, you know, not just a couple of burritos you can pop into the microwave or something like that. So, yeah, or ramen noodles or macaroni and cheese, like for real. No, I made things that actually rely on a sense of skill to be able to cook, you know. So, yeah. And yeah, I mean, that's just, again, well, why do you live at home with your mom then? Well, again, like I said, she can't afford to live on her own. So I'm here to help her out. I can afford to live on my own. She can't afford to live on her own. So, yeah. So, there's that. Plus, like I said earlier on in another video I made, like, the house is going to be put into my name. So, technically, it is my house, or it's going to be my house anyway. So, why would I move to go live in an apartment somewhere where I'll be paying a lot more than what our house payment is to do that, for one thing, because of the way the rent is, the way the economy is, and everything. And two, I wouldn't be able to have my dog if I was living, in an apartment. Like, let's just keep it real on that. Most apartments are not pet friendly, especially the ones that are based on your income. So yeah, you know, so yeah, and I'm just gonna leave it at that though. But at the end of the day, like I said, there's a way to show proof that you make money without actually having to show personal information or dox yourself or anything like that. So yeah, y'all take care. God bless and peace.